Dreamweaver is a site-based program. You create an exact copy of your website inside Dreamweaver on your local computer, and when everything's ready, you upload the files to your live server on the internet, retaining a local copy to update files when necessary. So before you can start work, you need to define a site. All that's needed is a folder to store the site files, and where you create that folder is unimportant, but it's a good idea to keep all your sites in one place. For the purposes of this course, I'm going to create a folder on my desktop. So let's just minimize Dreamweaver for a moment. And then I'm going to create a folder. And I'm going to call that folder dwcc_sites. And this is the folder that I'm going to be using for all of the sites that I create during this course. And for the first site, I'm going to copy some files and folders from the course assets. So let's open the course assets. And in the Dreamweaver Basics folder, we've got exercises. So I'm going to copy that. And then I'm going to navigate to my Dreamweaver CC Sites folder and paste. Right, so let's go back to Dreamweaver. And to define a site, you can either click Dreamweaver Site in the welcome screen here, or I normally use the Site menu. Both do the same thing, Site, New Site. And this dialog box asks for two pieces of information. Site name is the name that identifies your site in the Dreamweaver Files panel, and it doesn't matter if it contains any spaces. So I'm going to call it DWCC Exercises. Then the second piece of information is the local site folder. That's where you keep the local version of your site. So click the Browse for Folder icon to the right of that field. And then we need to go to the desktop and find the DWCC Sites folder. Select Exercises and then click Select Folder. And at this stage, that's all that you need to do. You can leave all the other site settings to a later date. So just click Save. And Dreamweaver opens the Files panel, and it now displays the folders and the files that I've got inside that Exercises folder. This Files panel plays a very important role in managing your site assets. If you want to move or rename files, always do so in this panel, and Dreamweaver will automatically update the file paths and names in related files. It'll also warn you if deleting a file will result in broken links. Now, if you make changes outside of Dreamweaver, no updates will be made, so that's why the Files panel is so important. You can create as many sites as you like in Dreamweaver, and this drop-down menu at the top allows you to switch between different sites. At the moment, I've got only one site within Dreamweaver. I'll just click away to close that menu. Now, I'm quite happy with the way I've set up the site, but if you've made a mistake or if you want to make any changes to your site definition for any reason, go to the Site menu and select Manage Sites. And that opens the Manage Sites dialog box, and it will list all of the sites that you've defined in Dreamweaver. At the moment, of course, there's only one site there. Select the site that you want to change and then click this little icon that looks like a pencil, which allows you to edit the currently selected site. And that reopens the same Site Setup dialog box. You can make any changes and then save. I don't need to make any changes, so I'm just going to click Cancel and then Done to close the Manage Sites dialog box. So that's how you set up a site in Dreamweaver. It's been designed to get you working as quickly as possible. All you need to do is to give the site a name and tell Dreamweaver where you're going to store the files. There are many other options in the Site Setup dialog box, such as the login details for the remote server that hosts your live website, but you don't need to set them up until you're ready to upload your files.